A very good morning, class. So, class, today we'll be starting with a new chapter of our secretarial practice syllabus, that is chapter number 12, correspondence with statutory authorities. Now, bachalo, we have already finished with the previous two chapters, that is chapter 10 and chapter 11, wherein we saw how the secretary of a company has to correspond with different people within the organization as well as with the outside institutes like the banks. Now, in this particular lesson, we will be studying about important institutions, the authorities appointed by the central government, basically, to look after some different working of the institutes as well as different departments of the countries, sections of the countries being allotted to them. So the central government has delegated various powers to different institutes and statutory ones. Statutory का मतलब है by law, permission given by the law, set up by the law, existence by the law. लॉ ने उनको वजूद दिया है, they are existing because of law. So there are 4 such institutes. The very first one is MCA, that is Ministry of Corporate Affairs. अब मैं आपको याद दिलाऊंगी हमने कहां पढ़ा था कुछ टाइम बाद. Then you have at point number 2 Registrar of Companies, जिसके बारे में हम बहुत कुछ पढ़ चुके हैं already. Then you have got NCLT and NCALT. और चौथा है SEBI. The central government administers the working and implementation of the Companies Act 2013 through MCA. तो आज बच्चे लोग we'll be covering 2 topics. That is point number 1, MCA क्या होता है? In detail we'll be covering about that. And second, SEBI क्या होता है? So we'll be covering these 2 topics today. So stay with me throughout the lecture. I hope you will get benefits out of this. So before I move on to MCA होता क्या है, उसके powers क्या है, objectives क्या है, ये institute क्यों set up हुआ? Do you all remember this particular slide from chapter 3 class formation of a company? जिसमें where we studied the stage 2, incorporation stage. Now, what was incorporation stage? The registration of the company is done. अब ये जो registration है, उसके stages में, these were the stages which we observed. पहला stage था obtaining DSC, digital signature certificate, जो हर एक director के पास होना चाहिए. Then can you see point number 2? जैसे उसको DSC मिल जाता है, you have to register that DSC in the name of the director with MCA. After obtaining DSC in the name of the promoter or director, it has to be registered with MCA. MCA maintains the details of every director, including their DIN, personal details, etc. तो आप बोल सकते हो ये एक ऐसा रजिस्टर है, एक ऐसी वेबसाइट है, एक ऐसी जगह है जहां पे each and every director of the company has to fill in their details, and this is the particular institute which maintains the records of the corporate sector. फिर हमने देखा था obtaining DIN, director identification number, but that is not important. What I am trying to make you all revise, याद करवा रही हूँ is MCA. दिख रहा है आपको यहाँ पे Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It administers the Companies Act 2013. इसके अलावा we also saw this. The promoters have to get the proposed name of the company approved by the Central Registration Center by filling the form Run Reserve Unique Name along with the prescribed fees through MCA portal www.mca.gov.in. So this is the portal wherein कंपनी का नाम रजिस्टर कराने के लिए रिजर्वेशन में लगना पड़ता है, but everything is done online. So बच्चे लोग, I request you that remove 5 minutes and type on Google www.mca.gov.in and just go through the website, you will understand how each and every information related to the corporate sector, to different types of companies, you will find in that particular website. So इससे हम क्या अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं? MCA is that statutory authority to which the central government has delegated the powers to regulate the functioning of corporate sector. तो जैसे हमने देखा था फर्स्ट लाइन, आई टोल्ड यू, वो एडमिनिस्टर करता है, सुपरवाइज करता है द वर्किंग एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. कंपनीज एक्ट फॉलो हो रहा है या नहीं, वट एवर रूल्स, रेगुलेशन, terms, conditions given in that particular act, whether all the corporate world, all the companies involved are following it or not, be it public, be it private, be it one person, koi bhi company. So are you all clear with the introduction class? What is an MCA? Okay. Moving forward to the topic and covering it in detail. MCA is mainly concerned with the administration of the following. So, jaisa we saw, it is mainly concerned with Companies Act 2013 and the corporate sector. So, when I say corporate sector, matlab it is related to the companies. So, very first act which it covers is the Companies Act 2013. Apart from that, different types of institute का working भी उसके under आता है. So class, remember in the second chapter we studied about the Partnership Act 1932, the Limited Liability Partnership Act of 2008. Then we studied about Cooperative Society. So the Societies Registration Act of 1860 and the Competition Act of 2002. So these all act governing supervision is done by MCA. इतना ही नहीं, MCA also supervises the professional bodies such as ICAI, सुना है ना नाम, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICSI, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and Institute of Cost Accountants of India. इनका भी supervision comes under MCA. Now, if I talk about the hierarchy, the organizational setup, कैसे MCA को पता चलता है, कैसे क्या हो रहा है, whether they are following or not, तो उसके अलावा can you see the website is given over here, www.mca.gov.in. तो ये official website से उठाया गया है and it is given to you all. So we'll just have a look उसका setup कैसा होता है. The MCA is located, the headquarters is in the capital city, that is New Delhi. Then under it, it has got 7 regional directors, region wise distribute kiya hai. And what are those regions? Ahmedabad, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, New Delhi, and Shillong. These regional directors ke under there are 22 ROCs working, Registrar of Companies. So remember class, kaun tha ROC? These are those people who are responsible for incorporating the company. इनके ही वजह से company का existence होता है. These are the person जहां पे आपको सारे documents, आपके सारे legal work करवा के लेने पड़ते हैं. These ROCs have got one central registration center. In that there are 9 ROCs come official liquidators, जिनके अंदर official liquidators होते. अब इन दोनों का मतलब क्या है? Pay attention. So when I told regional directors, 7 regional directors are in charge of 7 regions of India, as we saw. They supervise the working of ROCs and official liquidators in their region. तो ROC क्या है वो आपको पता लग गया. अब सेकंड सवाल ये उठता है, ये ऑफिशियल लिक्विडेटर्स क्या होते हैं? ऑफिशियल लिक्विडेटर्स बहुत सिंपल है समझने के लिए. ये वो ऑफिसर्स होते हैं, दे आर अटैच्ड टू द वेरियस हाई कोर्ट्स and helping winding up of the companies based on the orders issued by the courts. Liquidators है ना, liquidators का मतलब क्या है? Liquid का मतलब क्या है? पानी नहीं. लिक्विड का मतलब है खत्म हो जाना, बंद कर देना, वाइंडिंग अप। तो दीज आर दोस पीपल हु आर कनेक्टेड टू द हाई कोर्ट्स। ये लोग हाई कोर्ट्स के साथ कनेक्टेड होते हैं। एंड जब हाई कोर्ट ऑर्डर इशू करता है कि नाउ दिस कंपनी हैज टू बी शट डाउन, या इसको बंद करना है, सो दीज आर दोस पीपल हु डू दिस वर्क. So they are related to the winding up of the companies on the orders issued by the High Court. Clear है? तो इन सब का वर्किंग किसके अंडर होता है? 7 रीजनल डायरेक्टर्स, एंड ये पूरा रिपोर्टिंग दीज डायरेक्टर्स डन टू द MCA, उसको ट्रांसफर करते हैं. So are you all clear with the hierarchy of MCA class? Okay. Now moving forward, coming to the next topic, what are the objectives of MCA? तो MCA set up करने का main motto था क्या central government का? So the very first is administer the provisions of Companies Act 2013 and other allied acts. तो जैसे हमने अभी तीसरे स्लाइड में देखा बच्चे लोग, MCA is mainly concerned with the functioning of the corporate sector. तो वहां पे जितने भी एक्ट्स एप्लीकेबल हो रहे, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू द कंडीशन द 4 मेजर एक्ट्स वो अप्लाई हो रहे हैं कि नहीं, वो प्रॉपरली इंप्लीमेंट हो रहे हैं कि नहीं, ये देखने का काम किसका है? MCA. सो कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन, आइडेंटिफाई द नॉन कंप्लायंस ऑफ द एक्ट. तो अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो ये भी किसके पकड़ में आना चाहिए, किसके ड्यूटी है ये? MCA. So he or the particular institute has to identify the non-compliance of the act. All right. So the next is to encourage companies to improve the corporate governance and promote fair competition. So companies को encourage करना and corporate governance को improve करना and to promote fair competition, as you also know, monopolies हटाना. In order to remove those monopolies, monopolies मतलब single rule, monopolies को हटा के fair competition को encourage करना, that is what is included in the objectives of MCA. Then avail the corporate data to the public. So whatever corporate data has to be disclosed to the public. So this was one of the features of joint stock company which we saw class. Do you all remember? So those features में क्या था? The registration is compulsory and the government, once the registration is done of the company, the government interferes. तो government का interference लगा ही रहेगा. That means you have to disclose your, the financial data, the corporate data to the public, because the public also has invested their money to buy the shares of the company. तो कंपनी में क्या चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, इन सब की जानकारी मिलना उनका राइट है, हक है. Offer various services to the stakeholders. So these are the 5 important objectives of MCA. तो फटाफट से देख लो, what was the first one? Administer the provisions of Companies Act and other acts, identify non-compliance of the act, encourage the companies to institute corporate governance. Corporate governance means the culture, the environment, and encourage fair competition, avail corporate data to the public, and offer various services to the stakeholders. Now, बच्चे लोग, this was the introduction of MCA. But what was the name of the lesson? Correspondence with statutory authorities. तो हम ये लेसन बेसिकली इसीलिए पढ़ रहे हैं टू लर्न हाउ द सेक्रेटरी corresponds with these authorities as well when any sort of problem arises. तो इन इंस्टीट्यूट्स के साथ करस्पॉन्डेंस का काम, बातचीत का काम, कम्युनिकेशन का काम, अगेन it has to be done by the secretary of the company. So class, now we'll be seeing a topic related to, मान लो एक प्रॉब्लम आती है, so how the secretary corresponds or communicates with such institute. So the letter given in your text says, letter to MCA for ticket raising or other service related technical complaint. Now what is it all about? Pay attention. These days, companies have to file various documents electronically with MCA at its portal. जैसे हमने देखा www.mca.gov.in. However, many a times companies find it difficult to upload or download an e-form or put signature or on an e-document, etc. So in such instances, the company has to raise a ticket with MCA. These problem you all also face na बच्चे लोग. Nowadays we are also going online. आप भी वीडियो सुन रहे हो, देख रहे हो, सीख रहे हो. नेट नहीं रहता, it's very difficult to download the videos, right? Similarly, upload करना हो, कोई form भर रहे हो आप, again it's very difficult because of net issues. The same problem happens with the companies also. So in such instances, the company has to raise a ticket. Raise a ticket का मतलब है complaint lodge करना basically. So SRN, service request number, is generated, which is to be mentioned on the challan. Raising a ticket means informing difficulty in uploading e-form. जैसे मैंने बोला ना, service के लिए you are calling, you are making a complaint. तो उनको complaint number दिया जाता है जैसे. The same way SRN is generated, service request number. So raising a ticket means informing difficulty in uploading the e-form. So let's see how the secretary writes a letter. Sunrise Limited, again the first half of the letter remains the same. तो वो मैं बार बार नहीं सिखाऊंगी. This I have already explained you all in detail in chapters 9 and 10. So as you all know, the first part contains the title, heading. तो जिसमें आपके कंपनी का नाम, address, CIN, very important 21 digit alphanumeric code, along with the phone number, fax, website and email address. This is followed by the date, as you can see, 1st July 2018. Left hand side में you will find the reference number MCA/SC3. Then 2, अब ये किसको लिखा जा रहा है? Now there's a technical problem. So you will be writing to the web information manager and the address of that particular person. So now secretary is writing this letter on behalf of company. Subject, difficulty in downloading the e-form. Dear sir, the company needs to file form SH7 to intimate the registrar of companies about the alteration made in our share capital. However, from the last 2 days, we are unable to download the form. The system message states the file is damaged and it cannot be repaired. ये error आ रहा है. We have tried our best to resolve the issue, but of no use. Hence, we request you to look into the matter at the earliest. Thanking you, yours faithfully, for Sunrise Limited. Sign off, company secretary. So the problem was, secretary बोल रही है कि SH7 नाम का form they are unable to download, and this form shows alterations, changes किया गया है in the share capital. Now you remember the capital clause is memorandum of association का important clause, and whatever changes or alterations you are making in memorandum, this is the very first document of the company. तो उसकी जानकारी registrar को देनी है. But they are unable to download the form, and on trying, it is showing that file is damaged and it cannot be repaired. So please look into the matter and solve it for us as soon as possible. So what is the enclosure? Copy of the message as appearing on website. So उन्होंने एक copy Xerox निकाला है and they have attached that copy and sent to the particular person along with the letter. So इसके साथ यहाँ पे आपका ये letter खत्म होता है and the topic MCA also gets complete. So I hope बच्चे लोग now you all are clear MCA क्या institute है and how the secretary corresponds with that particular institute. Okay. Now बच्चे लोग I'll be showing you some images. उसको observe करो and see and let me know आपके दिमाग में क्या क्या नाम आ रहा है या क्या चीज पहले strike होती है when you observe such images. ठीक है? So observe this. The bull market तेजी वाला, the bear market मंदी वाला, the bull and the bear market together. कुछ आया समझ में? This is not related to any animal or something, But yes, if you all are hearing to me right now, नाम से ही आप लोगों ने अंदाजा लगा लिया होगा. Another picture in front of you, Dalal Street. Now the perfect introduction again. I hope आप लोग को समझ गया होगा what am I talking about exactly. The Harshad Mehta scam, Harshad Mehta story, the Big Bull. These are the names which you all are familiar with right now because of the introduction of such web series and the recently released film of Abhishek Bachchan as well. Some of the dialogues from the web series. रिस्क है तो इश्क है. लाला मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीता पर जेब में लाइटर जरूर रखता हूं धमाका करने के लिए. लाला सिलेबस न्यू हो या ओल्ड, सब में एक सब्जेक्ट कॉमन ही रहता है, वो है प्रॉफिट, और वो मेरा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट है. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, आई ऑल एबल टू गेस द नेम्स ऑफ दीज टू? रिकॉल, कभी सुना होगा इनके बारे में. द मेजर स्टॉक एक्सचेंजेस इन इंडिया, BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange, and NSE, National Stock Exchange. तो बच्चे लोग, all these images say, I just wanted to come to a topic. जैसे MCA कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर का कंट्रोलर है, हेड है, मैनेजर है, सुपरवाइज करता है, देखता है, वैसे ही द स्टॉक मार्केट का जो पूरा सेक्शन है is being allotted by the central government to one such institute जिसका नाम है SEBI. So the full form of SEBI is Securities and Exchange Board of India. So SEBI is basically responsible for administering supervision of the stock market, the share market of our country. So basically SEBI is called as the regulator of capital markets in India. Now there are two types of markets. अभी के लिए इतना ही समझ लो. एक होता है मनी मार्केट, एक होता है कैपिटल मार्केट. So जो कैपिटल मार्केट है, that has been regulated by SEBI. In detail, बच्चे लोग will be learning about this topic next year in 12th standard. SEBI was established in 1992 under the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992. तो remember, SEBI का इतने जोरों शोरों से ऊपर आने की दो वजह थी. Number one, there was LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization. And there was a very famous scam just now which you all noticed, the Harshad Mehta story scam of 1992, because of which such institutes had to be made and the rules and the laws had to be made very strict. The headquarters of SEBI is in Mumbai and it is the regulator of all the stock exchanges in India. So the main work of SEBI is supervising and controlling the operations of stock markets, companies issuing securities, and intermediaries like underwriters, merchant bankers, brokers, etc. So now y'all are coming across three new words class: underwriters, merchant bankers, and brokers. Now broker क्या है ये मुझे समझाने का जरूरत नहीं है. Broker is an agent, right? एक कंपनी को शेयर बेचना है, एक को शेयर खरीदना है. So the broker will be the agent who will be coming between buyer and seller. इन दोनों को मिलाने का काम करेगा. And of course he will not do मुफ्त में, commission charge करता है वो. So that is an example of broker which you will understand if you see the scam, the role performed by Pratik Gandhi or the role performed by Abhishek Bachchan. They were all brokers, stock brokers. Then you have underwriters. Underwriters का मतलब क्या है? Underwriter is a person who gives guarantee. क्या guarantee देता है? If you all are not able to sell off the shares, मान लो एक कंपनी ने सोचा है मुझे 100 शेयर निकालने ही है और पब्लिक को देने ही है, बट उसमें से पब्लिक ने खाली 80 शेयर्स खरीदे. So you all are left with 20 shares. तो ये 20 शेयर्स का गारंटी कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूट, जैसे मान लो ABC बैंक ने गारंटी दिया, बोला ना, जबान दी कि अगर तेरे सारे शेयर्स नहीं बिकते या तेरे जो शेयर्स नहीं बिके, जो बच गए, all those shares we will take up, हम खरीदेंगे तेरे लिए and we will support you. So this guarantee is called as underwriting. So understood what is underwriting? अगर company is selling the shares, मान लो it has set a limit कि मेरे को 100 shares बेचने ही है public को, but out of that the public has only subscribed for 80 shares. The remaining 20 shares will be purchased by ABC Bank, जिसने गारंटी दिया था कि अगर नहीं बिका तो हम हैं, don't worry. That is called as underwriting. Merchant bankers वो होते हैं which is specifically appointed by the company जब उनको शेयर्स इशू करने होते हैं on a very large scale to the public. तो एप्लीकेशन, शेयर्स, एप्लीकेशन, मनी, फॉर्म जो भी सबमिट करना होगा, एक्सेप्ट करना होगा, वो ये सारे बैंक्स एक्सेप्ट करेंगे on behalf of the company. So company appoints certain banks, you know, कि यहाँ पे पब्लिक आके पैसा जमा करेगी, आपके अकाउंट में जमा होगा, मेरे कंपनी का अकाउंट आपके यहाँ पे खुलेगा. So all these banks which are appointed for, you know, accepting the application money, the shares का amount, whatever the public is buying for, bidding for, वो सारे मनी इस बैंक में जमा होंगे and they are called as merchant bankers. तो अभी के लिए इतना समझ लो आप लोग. नेक्स्ट ईयर एनीवेज इन डिटेल वी आर गोना स्टडी अबाउट दिस, और ये सारे के सारे टर्म्स आप लोग के लिए नए हैं. सो प्लीज लिसन टू इट एंड अंडरस्टैंड. सो अगर मुझे मेन फंक्शंस जॉट डाउन करने हैं सेबी के, तो आई कैन जॉट डाउन इन 3 वर्ड्स. ये सुना होगा ना अपने एडवर्टाइजमेंट, पोरप्पो. सो P, R and P are the main functions of SEBI. P से है promoting the securities market, R से है regulating the securities market, and P से फिर से है protecting the interest of the investors in securities market. तो basically पूरा A to Z working of the securities market, stock market किसके अंडर में आता है? SEBI. So I hope you all are clear at least. अभी SEBI क्या है, कोई पूछेगा तो आपको आना चाहिए बताने को. तो फुल फॉर्म याद करो. व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ सेबी? सिक्योरिटीज एंड एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया. एंड बेसिकली ये महाशय इज द रेगुलेटर ऑफ ऑल द स्टॉक एक्सचेंजेस इन इंडिया. नाउ आफ्टर द इंट्रोडक्शन अगेन, अगर किसी इन्वेस्टर को प्रॉब्लम आती है, देन हाउ द सेक्रेटरी एंटर्स इनटू करेस्पॉन्डेंस विद सेबी. रिप्लाई टू अ कंप्लेंट बाय इन्वेस्टर. So investors can complain to a company on various grounds like non-receipt of dividend, notice and agenda of a meeting, annual report, etc. A company has to reply to all such complaints received by it immediately. If not, the investor may approach a stock exchange where the company's securities are listed, or can directly approach SEBI and they may issue order to the company about the same. Company has to settle the issue by giving reply to the investor and SEBI or the stock exchange. So now if you are a shareholder of the company, आपने किसी कंपनी के शेयर्स परचेज किए, तो आपको रेगुलर अपडेट्स मिलना चाहिए ना, जैसे डिविडेंड का रिसीट. व्हाट इज डिविडेंड बच्चे लोग? करेक्ट, इट इज द रिटर्न यू गेट ऑन शेयर्स. व्हेन यू बाय द शेयर्स यू गेट डिविडेंड ऑन इट. आपको नोटिस नहीं आया एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग का, आपको एनुअल रिपोर्ट नहीं आई, सो यू कैन कंप्लेन, यू कैन लॉन्च अ कंप्लेन. अगर कंपनी में 10 बार बोलने के बाद भी आर नॉट गेटिंग एनी रिवॉर्ड, तो आप स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में भी कंप्लेन कर सकते हो जिसपे उस कंपनी के शेयर्स लिस्टेड है, या नहीं तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली कंप्लेन टू सेबी एंड देन द प्रेशर विल बी exerted by SEBI or the stock exchange to the company, and then company को जवाब देना पड़ेगा. So such a situation has arisen, and let's see how the secretary is dealing with it. Again, it starts with the title, that is heading of the company, Sunrise Limited, along with the address and CIN. Then you have the phone and the fax, website and email address, followed by the date, 2nd October 2018. Reference number IC/201. Mr. Vaibhav Joshi and the address given therein. By registered post, AD. Subject non-receipt of annual report. So, यहाँ पे एक बंदे ने, the investor has lodged a complaint that he has not received the annual report of the company. ठीक है? And he has lodged a complaint with regards to that. So dear sir, we are in receipt of your letter dated 28th September 2018 regarding the non-receipt of annual report. As per the Companies Act 2013, the company had sent by post to all the members the notice of the 5th AGM along with the annual report well in advance as per the address on record in the register of members. It is very unfortunate that you have not received the notice and the annual report. Hence, we are once again sending to you the same to the address mentioned in your letter. Yours faithfully for Sunrise Limited, signed by the company secretary. So again, a quite simple letter. इन्वेस्टर की कंप्लेंट थी कि उसको ना तो रिपोर्ट मिली एंड ना ही एजीएम का नोटिस. द एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग हो चुकी है एंड उसका नोटिस भी उसको नहीं आया. So secretary told that whatever address and detail you had given to us, जो हमारे पास है रिकॉर्ड में, we had sent it to all the members, report भी और notice भी well in advance. But they are very sorry to hear. Maybe हो सकता है वो पोस्ट ऑफिस में ही पड़ा रहा. He may not be available at home when the boy came for delivery. Anything could have happened that day. So again, what happened is on the complaint received, the letter received, they are again sending him the report of the annual general meeting along with the notice जो उन्होंने भेजा था पहले. So enclosures आप देख रहे हो, annual report 2017 to 18 and CC. बोला ना, they are answerable to SEBI as well. So CC, the carbon copy is also sent to SEBI as a proof. कल को अगर इन्वेस्टर सेबी में कंप्लेन करता है तो सेबी कैन शो दिस इज व्हाट इज द प्रूफ वी हैव रिसीव फ्रॉम द कंपनी कि जब हमें मिला है तो आपको भी उन्होंने भेजा ही होगा. So this is how the company corresponds with the different institutes, statutory authorities appointed by the central government. तो आई होप बच्चे लोग एटलीस्ट यू आर नाउ एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड एमसीए क्या होता है एंड व्हाट इज सेबी. So in our next lecture class, that is whenever we'll be conducting. So point number 1 and point number 4 I have finished, that is MCA and SEBI, and I want you all to go through and listen to the video carefully. In our next lecture, we'll be covering the next two topics which you can see, Registrar of Companies and NCLT and NCLAT. So till then, I stop here for the day. Take care. Stay safe and keep studying. Exam नहीं है तो chill नहीं मारना है. You have to go through the concept so that next year आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं आए. All right. So on this note, I stop here for the day and thank you so very much for listening to my lecture. Stay tuned, keep watching and keep following.